These are your Unit 2C Day 2 notes. We are going to continue to work with the greatest common factors. Sometimes you will be asked to factor an algebraic expression. When we factor, we are undoing the distributive property. So to help us factor, we must use the following operation. Oh, okay, the most important thing that you wrote in your notes would be factor right here. Okay? Now we're going to look at the process of how we undo the distributive property to factor. The first thing we have to do is find the GCF. And we divide each term in the expression by the GCF. So the greatest common factor between 6x and 4 is 2. So the GCF is 2. So we divide each term in the expression by the GCF, divide by 2, and then we write it in factored form, which is the GCF times 3x plus 2. How did we get 3x plus 2? Well, 6x divided by 2 is 3x, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. So we find the GCF, we divide each term by the GCF, this is what we're left with. We take the GCF and put it outside the parentheses and put the rest in. And you can see if you would use the distributive property, 2 times 3x is 6x, and 2 times 2 is 4. So 2 times the quantity 3x plus 2 is equal to 6x plus 4. Okay, what is the greatest common factor of 18 and 24? The greatest common factor is 6. So the GCF is equal to 6. And remember, we find the GCF by listing out all of the factors and determining which is the greatest common factor. So the biggest factor that they have in common, or you can just use your factor cheat sheet and find the largest factor they have in common that way. So the GCF of 18x and 24 is 6. My second step is to divide each term in the expression by the GCF. So I have 18x minus 24. I'm going to divide both terms by 6. And I get an answer of 18 divided by 6 is 3x, minus 24 divided by 6 is 4. So I've gone ahead and I've done step 2. Okay, I divided, and that's what I did right here, and here is my answer. And then my last step is to rewrite it in factored form. So I take the GCF, which was 6, and I multiply it by 3x minus 4. So again, find the GCF, divide by the GCF, get this answer, parentheses, and then put the GCF on the outside. And this is factored form. Okay, let's try a couple more. Remember, my first step is to find the GCF. The GCF of 5x and 15 is equal to 5. My second step is to divide both terms by the GCF. So I have 5x plus 15, and I'm going to divide both terms by the GCF. So I have 5 divided by 5 is equal to x, and 15 divided by 5 is equal to 3. All right, we're going to highlight where we got that from because it's always good to have reminders. So when you look back, you're like, where the heck did this come from? And you can look and be like, oh, look, it came from this other spot where the green is. Beautiful. I divided, and that's how I got that. And then my last step is to take the GCF out, put it on the outside of the parentheses, and then put the rest of the problem inside. So if we factored 5x plus 15, we get the answer 5 times the quantity x plus 3. Okay? All right, let's try another one. Make sure that you're getting all of this written in your notes. So my first step is to find the GCF. 4x plus 24, the GCF is equal to 4. My second step is to divide both terms by the GCF. And I get an answer of 4 divided by 4 is 1, so I'm left with x. 24 divided by 4 is 6, so I'm left with x plus 6. Perfect. Again, we're going to highlight where we got this from so it's clear. It's from dividing. And then our third step is to write our new expression. We put the GCF on the outside of the parentheses, and we put the simplified expression inside. Perfect. Now we're done. Okay, I am going to do 2 more, and then I'm going to have you do the rest of them on your own, and you'll check your work. So let's go through the steps again. Our first step is to find the GCF, look at that beautiful handwriting, the GCF of 27 and minus 9 is 9. My second step is to divide both terms by the GCF. So I have 27x minus 9. I'm going to divide both terms by the GCF, which is 9. I'm left with 27 divided by 9 is equal to 3. So I have 3x minus 9 divided by 9 is 1. Perfect. Let's highlight where we got this information from. And then our third step is to set up our factored expression. We put the GCF on the outside, 9, and we put the rest of the expression on the inside of the parentheses, 3x minus 1. Okay? All right. So you make sure that you're getting this in your notes all pretty. These are the answers. Okay, try one more. First step is to find the GCF. GCF is 2. Second step is to divide both terms by the GCF. So 2x plus 12. And we need to divide both by the GCF, which is 2. We get an answer of x plus 6. And our third step is to rewrite the expression by putting the GCF on the outside and putting the simplified expression on the inside. And we'll highlight where we got everything from. Perfect. Okay, I would like you to try this one on your own and then come back and check your work. Okay, hopefully you tried these on your own. I am going to indicate the answer as I go through these. So for 3x minus 9, the GCF is 3. I divide both terms by 3. I get an answer of x minus 3. That goes inside my parentheses. And the GCF goes on the outside. So the answer is 3 times x minus 3. Okay, let's go to number 6. Number 6, the answer is 6 times the quantity x plus 3. GCF is 6. Divide both terms by 6. Get an answer of x plus 3. x plus 3 goes in parentheses, GCF goes on the outside. And remember, we get this single x because 6 divided by 6 is 1, so we're left with just 1x, okay? And remember, in algebra, when we have just one variable, we just write it as the variable. And we know, oh, look at, there's an x there. How many x's are there? 1. We know this is 1x, okay? So 6 divided by 6 is 1. That gives us this plain x. Right, number 7, GCF is 25. Divide both terms by 25. Get an answer of 25 divided by 25 equals 1, so we have an x. 100 divided by 25 equals 4, so we have a 4. Put this in the parentheses. GCF goes on the outside. And I forgot to highlight that so we know. GCF, 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 GCF. All right, and you guys remember that these numbers right here are just the steps that you take. So 1, 2, 3. First step, second step, third step. First step, second step, third step. Okay? And then this one, our first step, find the GCF, which is 9. Divide both terms by 9. That's our GCF. 9 divided by 9 is 1, so we're left with x. 36 divided by 9 is 4, so we're left with x plus 4. GCF goes on the outside. Simplified expression goes on the inside. Okay? So hopefully you got these same answers. And if not, hopefully you know what mistake you made. Okay, here is your next set of problems. If we look right here, I did number 9 for you. The GCF is 12. 12 divided by 12 is 1. That's where our x comes from. 84 divided by 12 is 7. We need to keep our subtraction sign. So it's x minus 7. GCF goes on the outside of the parentheses. So it's 12 times the quantity x minus 7. Okay? Awesome. So a lot of these, what you're noticing right here, I'm sure, is that the GCF has been like this whole number. That is not going to always be the case. So don't assume that the GCF is always going to be one of these numbers. It's just happened to work out that way. Okay? So I want you to pause the video and I want you to try 10, 11, and 12. Okay, hopefully you tried these on your own. I'm going to walk through these last few. For number 10, we have 52x and 10. The greatest common factor is 2. 52 divided by 2 is 26. We have our x, so we need to keep the x, 26x. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So we keep the 5 right here. All right? Then we take our simplified expression, put it in the parentheses, 26x plus 5. And we take our GCF and put it on the outside. So it's 2 times the quantity 26x plus 5. Let's try the next one. My first step is to find the GCF, and the GCF of negative 81x and 9 is equal to 9. Then we need to divide both terms by the GCF, so negative 81x plus 9, divide both by the GCF, divide by 9, divide by 9, negative 81x divided by 9 is equal to negative 9x plus 1, because 9 divided by 9 is equal to 1. Then we have our third step. Our third step is we are going to take our GCF, put it on the outside of the parentheses, and then take our simplified expression and put it on the inside. All right, and remember, a way to always check if your work is correct is by using the distributive property. 9 times negative 9, x should equal negative 81x. And 9 times 1 equals 9. So we know that this is correct. All right, and I'm going to do my favorite thing, which is to highlight where things came from so it's easy to remember. All right, so make sure that you have this copied in your notes, and if you did it incorrectly, you need to make sure that you copy the correct work, okay? So there we go. So make sure that your note is the actual answer. If you made a mistake, that you change it, okay? Let's try this last one. My first step is to find the GCF. The GCF of negative 12x minus 18 is 6. My second step is to divide both terms by the GCF, so negative 12x divided by 6 and minus 18 divided by 6. Negative 12x divided by 6 is equal to negative 2x. Negative 18 or minus 18 divided by 6 is equal to minus negative 3. Then my last step is to set up my factored expression. My GCF is on the outside, and my simplified expression is on the inside. All right, and this is your last problem. Hopefully you're getting the hang of this. We'll highlight where everything came from so we can connect those patterns. All right. And this is all you have to do for the day, so I will see you tomorrow.